Good morning, everyone, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. Right, so as we do every week, let's tune into the energy this week, the energetic weather we have for us to use, and let's see what hacks and guidance is here from Spirit as to how we can maximize on the energy we have this week. All right, let's have a look and see what energetic weather do we have for the beginning of this week, being Monday and Tuesday. This one sticks out. The Magician. Interesting. We haven't seen this card in a while. What is this about? What I'm drawn to on this card is like, it looks like an 8, like an infinity, that infinity symbol. And which kind of makes sense because with this year being a year 8, according to numerology 2024, power, right use of power, correct use of power. They're saying that in the world around us, we're going to see a lot of abuse and misuse of power, right? I'm hearing Spirit say, as usual, don't get sucked into the drama that's around. It doesn't mean we are oblivious and we ostriching and sticking our heads in the ground. Neutral observer, I'm hearing, be the witness of the misuse of power that we're seeing around us. And I'm hearing Spirit say, don't partake in it, don't feed in, don't feed it. They're saying because it's not the powers that be that are going to create change in the world. It's us, right? And how we do that is through only acknowledging and focusing on what we want to see. If enough people did that, it would have a huge ripple effect. Now, another thing they're saying is the misuse and the abuse of power is not a new thing. It's always been there. It's just we're noticing it now. It's coming to light, right? So that's on a global scale. On an individual scale, I'm hearing Spirit say your power is returning now, okay? So if the last while has been challenging, which I'm sure it has, okay? And as we move through those challenges, we actually start to realize how powerful we actually are, okay? I'm also feeling this solar plexus kind of activation here, where my tummy is, right? This is where your solar plexus chakra is. It's your power center. And I'm feeling this activation. Now, they're saying this is going to show up for a lot of us physically, in a sense where we might feel more hungry than usual. Or we might be craving certain foods that we wouldn't normally crave. I'm also hearing repulsion as well. So we might feel repelled by foods that we would normally eat. We just don't feel for it anymore. Listen to your body this week is what I'm hearing, okay? So the solar plexus chakra is being activated, which is where our power, our inner power comes from. So pay attention to that this week. They're saying this is not just the beginning of the week. They're saying this is an activation. So this is going to continue, right? Power, confidence. Then I'm being drawn to the mind. Where are our minds going? Are we co-creating with Spirit about what we want to bring into our world? I'm also feeling with this a weird kind of acceptance, if that makes sense. Accepting as in we're always wanting, desiring, wanting. How about we just start allowing, okay? Allowing, first of all, accepting the reality as it is, okay? Whatever the reality is, it is what it is, okay? I'm not going to push against this. I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to surrender to this, trusting that what is meant for me just doesn't go past me. So I'm not feeling struggle. This week feels like the beginning of it feels like an ease, and therein lies our power, is what I'm hearing. So we're not forcing, we're not pushing, we're not frantically trying to manifest. We're just allowing. Okay, and I'm hearing Spirit say God, source, creator, universe knows what you need because we send the signal of that all the time. Our energy is emitting that. And I'm hearing Spirit say you attract what you are. okay? And I feel in the beginning of this week, we are now more in our power than what we've ever been. And because we are in our power, what we are is what we will experience and what we will attract, if that makes any sense. All right, let's get some further elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle. Fork in the road. Make a decision. Let's see what's going on in this card. I'm noticing all the arrows pointing this way, this way, this way, this way. Which way do you want to go, right? Do you want to be in a state of peace? Choose peace. Peace is always there. If we don't want to struggle any longer, let us not focus on the struggle. Let us instead go and allow peace, if that makes sense. Okay, time to make some decisions. Choose your road carefully. Choose your reality. Do you want things to remain the same? If your reality is good, carry on. If your reality is a struggle, choose the peaceful road, if that makes sense. Choose and allow peace. All right, let's get some elaboration now from the angels and ancestors for the beginning of this week. What do we have? Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Shapeshifter, it's about changing. Remember, the theme for the last while has been about a shift in identity, okay? I feel like this week we're stepping into our new identities more now, okay? It's a whole new way of being. It's a whole new identity. So you may find that you're not responding to challenges in the same way as what you used to. Everything about you is changing and evolving. And as we step into the new version of ourselves, which happens so naturally, with that, you might find that there's been some sort of talent or gift that you didn't know that you had, right? And with this, I'm feeling like you don't know who you really are unless you are next to another person, if that makes sense. I need to expand on that. What does that mean? So in other words, let's say you spend a lot of time on your own, or you keep yourself sheltered, if you will. Now you go out and about in the world and you interact with different kinds of people, right? Depending on how you see them, it will reflect back on you. So in other words, let's say you're generally quite a, keep to yourself kind of person and really interact with people. As you go out and about, you might meet Susan. I always use poor Susan. I apologize to the Susans, but you know what I mean, okay? So you meet Susan, and Susan is quite extroverted and friendly and outgoing and full of light and all the rest. She's got a beautiful energy. And then you realize, yeah, I also have that. I didn't realize that I had that energy within me as well. Okay? The opposite is also true. Let's say you bump up against somebody and they're obnoxious and nasty and rude, and you have a repulsion to that. It means one of two things. It either means that you just should not be around that person at all. It's not the same energy as you. Or you may identify with something that they have, okay? So let's say Susan again, let's say she's really an angry, volatile person. Check, where have I been volatile and angry? Where is that inherent within me? Interesting, And I'm hearing self-reflection. So in the beginning of this week, we're going to have quite a bit of self-reflection, and that's a good thing as we're on the path of becoming who we really are now. Okay, interesting. All right, let's Comet. Hello, Comet. He always has to get involved in one way or another. Okay, let's pull a card for the middle of the week. Let's see, what energetic weather do we have for Wednesday and Thursday? Let's have a look. Wednesday and Thursday, we have the Nine of Swords. This card speaks about anxiety, worry, fear. But I'm hearing it's a clearing. It's a clearing. Now, the counsel of this card is not to make light of how you feel, but the fear and the anxiety is an unnecessary fear and anxiety, right? So the middle of the week might find us feeling a little triggered. They're saying it's full moon. Full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about discipline, hard work, getting things done. And with a full moon places illumination. It lights things up, okay? So the middle of the week, we might see things that we didn't really notice before, okay? Now we're seeing it, and it's going to trigger a, you know, what do I do about this now? Okay, but it's constructive, I'm hearing. So whatever pops up in the middle of the week that is a little triggering, see it as not, oh my God, the sky is falling. See it as, oh, okay, I'm feeling triggered. But let's look at the facts, okay? Remember, if it's hysterical, it's historical, okay? So if you're feeling triggered in the middle of the week, you're feeling anxious, scared, worried, panicked, that's a historical, that was your survival mechanism in the past, is to go into fight, flight, or freeze, okay? Now I can see that they show me the switch immediately. Instead of going, oh, the sky is falling, we're going to go, no. What are the facts? Okay, let me look at the facts. Let me research this, or let me dig a little bit deeper, or let me find out what are the options as to how I can remedy this, fix this, or solve this. And they're saying as you focus on the facts, okay, knowledge is power, as they say. As we focus on the facts, the solution will be so easy. And we'll go, oh, I got hysterical for nothing. Okay, so yeah, it's unnecessary fear, but that fear is coming up to be so that you are triggered, so that you can look at the facts, look at the knowledge, and actually see how easy it is to actually resolve. And then you won't be triggered as badly by that again, if that makes sense. It's a clearing, okay? Actually, funnily enough, this morning, I got this little bit of insight from Spirit, random. I get these things randomly, as always, where in order for you to face a fear and to overcome that fear, you have to be chucked into it, you know? And then as you're chucked into that fear, then it's like your higher mind kicks in, your intellect kicks in and goes, right, let's look at the facts. What can I do about this problem? Let me just deal with it. And then it's dealt with, and then it's over, right? If that makes sense. Okay, let's get some elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle. I'm also hearing that as we might be changing a bit of direction in our lives, that might elicit a little bit of fear. So in other words, let's say you're making the decision to get a new job, okay? That's a level up. And as we make that decision to, example, get the new job, we might immediately think, oh, but what if I'm not good enough? What if I can't do this? Panic. But again, let's look at the facts. You have experience, you have knowledge, you have expertise to offer, okay? If that makes sense. So yeah, let's get some elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle for the middle of the week, please. This one. Between worlds. You cannot make this up. Look at the two different realities. Here is dark and gloomy and grey, and this side is colorful and bright. Pick your reality. Are you going to go into same old fear, panic, hysteria, or are you going to instead look at the facts? Okay, it's about what we make things mean. That message comes up every week. What are we making things mean? I want to read out the message of this for a little more clarity. Card number 3. Okay, this card says, between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions, which is what this is. Trigger, fear, panic, skies falling. Okay, between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, in a state of making and unmaking and making again, what is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you're invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Okay? So it feels like the middle of the week is really that choice point. And in the point of choice, fear is very easily triggered. But remember, if it's historical, it's historical. Okay, let's get some elaboration now from the angels and ancestors for the middle of the week. Comet. He is so demanding, this cat. Hey, I love you. Okay, let's see. Angels and ancestors, middle of the week. Be brave and honest. Be brave and honest. Whatever is before us this week, we can handle it. That's why it's there, okay? If we cannot handle something, it would not be put in front of us, okay? It's like they show me the analogy of high school exams. If you, let's say in grade 10, you've gone through grade 10, the end of grade 10, now here's your exams. And the only reason those exams are there is because you've done your syllabus through grade 10, you are ready for the exam, right? But also they're saying, remember, in grade 10, at the end of grade 10, you do your grade 10 exam. You're not going to get given a grade 11 exam or a grade 12 exam. You'll be given the grade 10 exam, okay? So whatever challenges you're facing this week, because let's be real, life is always challenging. It's never going to stop being challenging, because remember, we can't stop the waves of the ocean. We can only be good surfers, okay? So whatever challenge we're facing this week, it's one we can handle because we've prepared for it. You will never be given anything you cannot handle. Remember that. And then as we handle it and go, I looked at the facts, I can actually handle this, problem solved. Then we go, I can actually do more than what I thought I could. Celebrate success at the end is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's see what guidance and wisdom is here now for Friday and the weekend. What energetic weather do we have for Friday and the weekend? This grabs my attention immediately. New beginnings, the Fool. Taking risks, jumping in. Look at her wanting to go into that beautiful pool, but she's holding onto the stick of the familiar. Okay? She's holding an amethyst in her hand. And that is, I'm hearing blind faith and blind trust, that as you jump in, you'll swim. And you will swim because you've prepared well. You've been through enough lessons, as that card said. So new beginnings. Okay. Let's see. What guidance is here now from the wisdom of the oracle for the middle of this week? We have building blocks. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm hearing the word rebuild. So whatever it is that's been lost or removed or taken away or that you've released, you are now rebuilding bigger, stronger, better, and wiser than what you've ever been before. Okay? Building. And I'm hearing one block at a time. There's no need to rush. You're not running out of time. You've got time to rebuild. Interesting. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let's see. Angels and ancestors. What guidance is here for Friday and the weekend for us, please? Be fearless and strong, warrior. Be fearless and strong. You are ready, I'm hearing. You are ready for what feels like big leaps. Again, with the full moon and Capricorn. Capricorn is all about It's ruled by Saturn. So this is the taskmaster. This is the disciplinarian. This is about hard work. This is about getting your hands dirty, but also being strategic, okay? Be prepared to put in your heart and your soul into whatever it is that is coming up in your life. I'm hearing be dedicated, be committed. And I'm hearing my guide say no half-assing. Don't half-ass anything this week. Bring your full self. You are ready for the new. You are ready for the new life that is unfolding as a result of you stepping into the highest and best version of yourself. Be fearless and be strong as you rebuild your new life. Build your new life. Okay. All right. Shall we have a look and see what do we need to surrender this week? What do we need to surrender? I'm hearing two cards. So let's see. What do we need to surrender this week? This one. This one grabs my attention. So what we need to surrender, the first one, surrender comparisons with other people. The message on the card says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Do not compare your journey to somebody else's, right? They are never the same. Don't compare. Surrender to receiving support and love. You're not alone, I'm hearing, okay? It says allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Let yourself be loved and supported. I'm hearing the word unity with this, because when we compare ourselves to others, we feel separate. We realize how separate we are. We are never separate. Remember, we are all one unified consciousness as humanity. We are one consciousness, right? So comparison causes separation. When you allow yourself to be loved and supported, and you give others love and support, we are unified, okay? Asking for help and accepting help is not a weakness, it is a strength. That is what co-interdependence is. Beautiful. Quite like that. Okay, now let's have a look and see what our souls are up to this week. Oh, you've had enough, Comet. Okay, let's see. Let's pull two cards from the Gateway of Light activation. Let's see what is going on this week. Two cards, please. This one grabs my attention. Okay, let's see. The first one, we have Temple of Truth, Throat Chakra, Authenticity, Self-Expression. This is about being brave and honest. What was the other one? Be brave and honest, be fearless and strong. Be real and be authentic, because as we are evolving and growing, there's no room for artifice, I'm hearing Spirit say. We cannot pretend to be somebody that we're not anymore, okay? It's about being open and real and being authentic. Let's read out the message of this. Where's the guidebook? Temple of Truth. This card says, when you are brought to this space, you are being reminded of the importance of your identity and your self-expression in this lifetime. Acknowledging who you are, who you have been, and who you are becoming is so important for the unfoldment of your path. There's an old story that the truth hurts. This gateway reminds you that in fact the truth heals. Your truth is your truth, and it's important for you to honor it with every facet of your being. This isn't the first incarnation in which you have felt the importance of honesty and authenticity, but it may be the first in which you've had full freedom of expression. This gateway coming to you today is a message that there's something buried deep inside you that you haven't expressed, and this is causing energetic blockages on your ever unfolding path. That's what this is about. Transform and unveil your gifts. As you show up in the world as your authentic self, you give your gifts room to breathe and room to be seen. Okay, it says, It is a time to love yourself enough to honor the feelings that are rising up in you, for they are divine guidance that will bring you into greater alignment. I need to say that again. It is a time to love yourself enough to honor the feelings that are rising up in you, for they are divine guidance that will bring you into greater alignment. Beautiful. Now the next one, the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. You cannot make this up. Interconnectedness, we were just talking about that. Okay, the divine matrix, where are you? It says, now I'm going to read out the whole message here. So this is story time, so get comfortable. I just feel like I need to read the whole thing. Okay, so this card says, everything is connected. Everything that was, is, and ever will be is connected by an invisible bond of energy, uniting every living being from the past, present, and even the future. This isn't a new idea. Every great mystic through the ages has understood that everything is one, and now scientists are beginning to provide evidence for it. The best way to describe the connection is as a lattice or grid, a divine matrix. We're all points on this grid, and we're all connected through it. It links us to our ancestry and loved ones, aspects of ourselves, past, present, and future, and also the ancient and divine wisdom held in the quantum field of the universe. This card shows a giant stargate opening up to the universe and a piece of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. Remember doing that in high school with a compass? I used to sit and doodle these all day. Okay. This card shows a giant stargate opening up to the universe and a piece of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. This is quite literally a two-dimensional image of the divine matrix and the information held within it. And it can help us begin to understand the inner and outer workings of this incredible universe. If you spend time with this image, you'll find multiple images within it, reminding us all that nothing is happening by chance, and that even when we can't fully comprehend it, there's a greater plan unfolding. The message says, you are in alignment with the oneness of life and the inner workings of the universe. You are part of something great. That means that you are greatness expressing itself. Not one thing in your life has happened by chance. Even when you have felt that things have been against you, a process has been unfolding, helping you understand your connectedness to all things. So there's no need to feel insignificant or lonely. It's also important to remember that the universe is always working in your favor and for your highest good. You may have felt loss, but know that nothing is ever lost, for we're all held in the heart of Source, and love is our connection to all things. How beautiful is that? So this week just feels like a whole lot of recognizing our own power, but also understanding what that means through the connection to others around us, recognizing that we are all one, we are all united, there is no separation, and that's why comparing is never a good idea. It really isn't. So there you go, everyone. I hope that helps. And of course, as you know, I'm here to help you to navigate your journey forwards. If you need assistance going forward, send me a message. Most of you know me anyway. So sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful, amazing week, and take care and keep well. Lots of love. Bye.